Welcome to a rather odd test here today. This one's gonna be a lot more fun because when I do the big test, like if I'm doing all the Sunjoes or all the Greenworks, make sure to go check out, I think the best thing to do is probably go watch episode 23 if you want to know like all the different parts and pieces and the why and orifices and all that stuff. I talk about that on the Ryobi video. But today we're going to test an AR, two Sunjoe Pros. We're going to test the Adams Pro, and then you got the big boy here. I don't know if this is going to run. I don't know if I have the right circuit, but I might be able to run the big boy. This is the $3,500 KWS700 TS, a monster Kranzle that's going in my garage next door. It'll be just fun to see what the output is on this, because I've never actually measured this machine. This particular one, I had a KWS7 or 165. But I don't want to get stuck. This isn't about the Kranzle here today. It's about the other ones and compiling the data. So we're going to get pressure, flow, amperage draw, how does the foam cannon work, what's the best nozzle for it, or the best orifice size for the foam cannon, and figure out what accessories are needed for each pressure washer. So let's start with the cheapest first, and this one probably doesn't even belong, but Sunjoe is calling this a Pro. This is the, what is this one? This is the 4000, look at the thing, 4000 Pro, SPX 4000 Pro, which is probably the same as an SPX 4000, but we're going to find out. And what I'm doing here is, because we talked about this in the previous videos, but the hose doesn't really matter. So we're just going to leave a single hose on the thing and make adjustments to the other accessories. 200 bucks for this. So that thing. Got this guy. We're going to test it with a 40-degree nozzle. And I need to put a fitting on here. Oh shoot. I need another 15 millimeter. So yeah, this is going to squirt everywhere if I don't do it. So the Sunjoe stuff has to be oddballs, and so this hole here is a 15 millimeter fitting instead of a 14. And so on the outlet of the pressure washer, as well as the inlet to the gun, we need to use a 15 millimeter type fitting. A 14 millimeter will fit, but what will happen is it'll squirt water all over the place, and that's not going to work. Okay, so we got that, and let's put our MTM pressure gauge in place here so we can get our pressure rating. We'll hook up our garden hose, and we're going to get to testing. Like I said, you're probably best, if you're not following along here, if you haven't followed, this is episode 25, I think, of our pressure washing series. If you haven't been following along, then maybe go back and watch episode 23 where I explain all this stuff in detail. It's Friday, late afternoon, and we're going to have to power through this here. So pressure washers and leaks are part of the game. There we go. We just need to last a couple minutes. Let's let our air out. So what's the rating on this, Chris? This is
2030 PSI.
Okay, let's see, it says right on the front there. 2030.
1.76 accurate.
Okay.
Precise.
Let's make sure we don't have any metal in our line here. It's about to shoot across the room. All right, so let's go high. There's a high and low setting. Sounds exactly like the Greenworks. All right, so it's 1510. What's
13
our
amps.
drawing? 13 amps. This is a rated 14.5 amp motor. Let's get our stock flow measurement. Get out of there. Clock. 3, 2, 1, go. So these Sunjoes are all pretty much the same. They have 30 some odd pressure washers. The vast majority of them have the exact same pump inside. They just do a different configuration. The model must work for them. It's also so they can sell different pressure washers at different retailers all over the place. It's just a weird model. But they all use 15mm fittings. What's my SPL rating on this one? 67. What? 67 dB. So if you're really interested in deep diving into the Sunjoe stuff, which I couldn't understand why you would want to do that, but if you did, we have multiple parts earlier in the series. Just search on the Obsessed Garage channel, you know, right where it says like videos and playlists, on the right-hand side there's a little, you know, a little magnifying glass. Click on that. Just type in Sunjoe and it'll show you any Sunjoe footage we've had, including my infamous first Sunjoe video where in the first 10 seconds I drop kick the thing. Oh boy, that's not good. What's it rated at? 1.7. It's rated at 1.7. 1.6, yeah, 1.8 almost, and they got 1.15. Not good. Not good. I'll take that. So, I think most of the Sunjoes are 3.0s, Tommy. Are most of the Sunjoes 3.0s? Yeah. The less time I have to spend with this, the happier I'll be. So. So we got air in line, come on. So we got 1090. I think that's gonna be the way to go. What happens if I go to this low mode? What does that mean? Then we get like 850 PSI. That's interesting. Probably a pretty useful feature. Like, I wonder how it does. It must just bypass it. It's probably not good for the pump, but it'd be kind of neat if motor pressure washers had that. Chalk one up to Sunjoe. 3, 2, 1, go. So, you know, one of the things that, as much as the Greenworks and the Sunjoes and the Ryobis are kind of janky and they're all kind of using the same basic pump, at least they're trying to do something. They're trying to make something unique. You know, they're not really copying. They're not stealing, you know, intellectual property. You know, it's more of just a branding exercise where they're taking a cheap Chinese-made pressure washer and then branding it as a consumer-based product, and we're charging $200 for it. So it's not that big of a deal. But some of these others, like the Adams here, where they're copying IP, not good. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, so what was our amperage rating there?
10.3.
So we made it a little bit more efficient. We're definitely going to want a 1.1 millimeter orifice on our foam can, just so we can say we did it. Let's do some. Did you get the amperage? Turn that thing to me so I can see it. Please. There we go. .1 amps, so easily on a theoretical 14 amp thingy.
1.37.
So 1.3 GPM at 11, say 1090 PSI on a $200 machine that you need to use, you know, 15 amp fittings. Again, 15 amp fittings aren't that big of a deal anymore because you can get them, they're readily available. But in the beginning, I mean, doing all this, I mean, it was really hard to get. You couldn't get stainless fittings. You couldn't get 15 millimeter stuff. All right, we're done with this guy. So let's go up to the 9004 or 9006 Pro. No, don't forget the Pro. So what is the what's the price on this puppy?
$479.
$480 on this sucker. Dang, I wish I didn't spend that. This is not going to go well. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm not going to use the hose reel on it. We're just going to bypass it. So at least it's not proprietary. That's good. It has this little whip hose that they send with it. So at least we don't need that. It has this really crappy, this thing's guaranteed to break. So that's usually bad news. Where'd the gun go for this thing? The gun is the same, but I'm worried the nozzle's not. Just to be sure, let's do the, let me do the green nozzle on this. Because I don't want them, this could have been the nozzle off of the previous pressure washer. And a lot of times the nozzles are different sizes. But I'm telling you, there's no pressure difference between a 25 degree, at least measured pressure, on a 25 versus a 40 degree nozzle. Okay, is this one gonna have auto stop start? I don't see any pressure switch. I don't see any way, so this one's probably just gonna run constant. Okay. Ah, dang it. Oh, soaked. Oh, I can't go to the gym tonight. Dang it. Probably a little pressure. You need to be careful with garden hose fitting. You don't want to go too tight. Let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, good. All right, let's see what this bad boy does. Where the heck do I turn it on? So this is $480. What's it rated at? 1400, 1300 PSI, 2 GPM. 7, I have to make sure all the air is out, give it a fair shake. It has more pressure when I let go, and it's in bypass, because there's no bypass on this. And so, 790 PSI. And it doesn't turn off. This is $480. How loud is it? What is it? No way. Put your scale up one notch. $65.5 dB. All right. What's the over-under? How much water is this going to do? 1.5 GPM? No way. 1.1? Just feels like it's moving nothing. I mean, I even put the 25 degree nozzle on it. $480 for this thing. How much is this AR? Go to Luxury Microfiber. What a piece of crap. So 1.38 GPM at 790 PSI. Like, how's that even, like, yeah, this is total, and it's 480 bucks. They must get like 100% return rate. Like, people are like, how come I can't get anything done with this thing? I have the 0 degree nozzle on. I can't clean any algae off my front porch. All right, we're gonna be able to improve this. We're gonna be able to get a whole lot more out of this, I think. So let's do, I don't even know what nozzle to try on this thing. Let's try 3.0. There's more pressure out with it. I'll have the freaking thing on. So that's like 750 with a 3.0. I don't have a, do we even have 2.0 nozzles? Ah! This is a 2.5. That's 800. I don't think, do we even have 2.0s? That's a 2.5. I didn't think I'd need a 2.0 today. Even a 2.0 is not going to do. It gained like 30 PSI from 3.0 to. It's just the oversight. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It sounds healthy. It's working okay. Maybe if I grab one of those. But the problem is then you're going to get like 1 gallon a minute out of it, you know. This is shockingly bad. I remember the 9004, 9000 something or other. Do you have the spreadsheet up? What did the other 9000s do?
9004 Pro did 790 but 1.81 GPM.
Okay, so the 9004 did 790 PSI but did 1.8 GPM.
They used a 4.0. The 9007 Pro used a 3.0.
Yeah.
You got 1.5 at 1,000.
Jeez. Still 800. Yeah, I mean, it's a difference of like maybe 15 PSI. Let me just try something here. Let's try a 4.0, see what, 4.5, see what happens. So that's like 750 on a 4.5. I don't see one. So I guess 2.5 and put a big asterisk, do not buy. So that's 800 PSI with a 2.5 nozzle. Oh no, 900 PSI. Must have gotten all the air out. Yeah, 900 PSI, so I did gain a little bit. This is the this is the 2.0. Yeah. Yeah, that's the 2.0. I could probably leave that water in there, it probably won't even matter. That was all that it did, like 20 seconds. This is gonna be like less than a gallon a minute. That's shockingly bad. I'm gonna have to return this one. No one's gonna buy it. It's 480 bucks. Chris, we're gonna have to return this one. No one's gonna buy it. It doesn't work. I'm gonna get a sledge axe. This will be the sledge axe candidate. Can you give me some fake money to light on fire while I'm for our video? Foam can, I don't even know if foam can is gonna work. Not really. The foam can doesn't really work very well.
0.92.
Yeah, 0.92 GPM at 900 PSI. So, yeah, this just doesn't freaking work. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Shocking. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that's just a crappy pump. The thing weighs a lot too. I think it would do better. All right, let's do the atoms. 10.9. Yep. Not enough. Whatever it is not enough. Get this thing out of my sight. Okay, so atoms. So a couple of quirks here. It has some weird plastic, like this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, where it has this hose. You have to use this hose. It's like because the fitting on there is not a garden hose thread. So it's some sort of NPT thread or something like that. So it has a plastic to plastic filter connection that connects to the head. Now this is not a radial axial pump, this is a crankshaft driven pump, which isn't terrible because the ARs are generally crankshaft driven. So you've got to use this hose to, I guess you could just shorten it up because look how nice and simple. It's got a, what are these bands called? I forget what kind of strap, like what kind of clamp that's called, an O clamp or something like that. Yeah, this is something special here. So does this look familiar to you? Like where maybe they got the idea from this from? Which that Kranzle was like what they put together for industrial use. And so they must, I guarantee they were too cheap to buy one. So they probably just took the picture of it from obsessedgarage.com, sent it to China, and this is what you got. It's terrible. I've never seen anything so Chinese before. Like, you just look at that, like this looks like off the shelf, like really, really junk stuff. And then again, this is gonna be a problem in the future. And then this is gonna be some sort of weird, like 3/4 inch NPT. So maybe, you know, if you're gonna be dumb enough to buy this thing, maybe you would figure out what this thread is and get rid of this goofy filter, which you shouldn't need. I mean, none of the other pressure washers really need it. But you can see this is about to fall off. It's just like it's not even a barb fitting. It's just a clamp on. The hose is all, I've never seen anything like it. It stinks that you gotta use it. So here's our unloader, which you shouldn't have to mess with. And then it has, the other thing is shocking. This is supposed to be a professional machine. This is a 2.5. I mean, even the Greenworks use we're going to see what this thing gets out of it. But yeah, this is really bad. So this is $900. They're always 15% off, so and free shipping. So I bought it for $7 something. What is this thing? What are the specs on this thing?
1800 psi, 2 GPM.
So 1800 and 2. What do you think the chances of it hitting that are? On a 15 amp circuit. So it's a 15 amp motor. So it looks like that's a 23 amp motor. That weighs 150 pounds. This still weighs a lot. It's probably 60, 70 pounds, something like that. But you can run it on a 15 amp circuit. So 98. Let me turn it off. This weighs 98? No way. It's not. We'll put it on the scale here.
Center is off.
Center is off? That's freaking stupid.
One way is
So one way is auto on off, the other way is just to run. I don't know why you'd want that, but that's what it does. So we're gonna just jumper hose this here. Hose to hose, which is a no-no in pressure washing. So hopefully it won't bounce back and forth. Got freaking power cords everywhere. Let's use their setup. This is the gun that comes with it. Oh my gosh, what a piece of junk. This is the worst. This makes me like Sunjoe's. This is terrible. All right, so yeah, no swivel. Let's see what happens here. Let's hope it doesn't explode. I didn't put the hose on. Maybe I forgot something. All right, so 1800 PSI, huh? 1800, 2 GPM. Is that on anti-gravity? Is that like in a vacuum, or is that in the real world? Ooh. I'm getting 225 PSI right out of the wall, so maybe it has a particle accelerator. All right, so this is where it runs full time. Why would you want that? Why would they even put that on there? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, shoot. No swivel. And then you have auto. Okay, so you'd always run it on auto. But if you're selling pressure washers to people cleaning their cars, why would you want it 1600 PSI? Get a bigger nozzle for it. It's freaking stupid. 1550. 1550 is the pressure.
14.2 amps.
It doesn't come with a wand. Yeah, I mean, what? This is what happens when the Enthusiast brand gets sold and doesn't do Enthusiast stuff anymore. All right, let's see what kind of flow we get. It seems like it's moving some water. But why is it rated 1800 PSI if it's only doing 1500? Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. They've seen me do this test, so why wouldn't they just test it and give us a real accurate measurement? That's the hose it comes with. It's pretty quiet. I mean, you can't test it when I got this in here. You have to test it with the thing out. It's moving some water. Yeah, it sounds like it's doing some water. So here's our SPL test. Yeah, so it's, and we're getting, this is a lot louder than, but we definitely don't want to run it with this setup. You definitely want to modify it. This is terrible. It's too much pressure.
14.95.
Yeah, see, that's not good. What is that, 1.4 gallons a minute?
1.46.
Yeah, so 1.46 gallons per minute at 1650 PSI. So we're going to be able to get it up probably 1.7, 1.8 at a proper, appropriate pressure. Because I mean, I don't know that I want to stick my hand in front of this. Oh, I turned the water off. I think I turned it off, yeah. That's a lot of pressure, man. Skipping steps here. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what a 4.0 nozzle does to it. That's 4.5, 3.5, 5.0, 4.0. 4.0. Okay. I will give it to him. It is nice and quiet for the pressure washer. So that's 1075. Let me see if I go up to 4.5. That takes us down to 900. So let's go 4.0 nozzle. You can do a foam cannon stock if you wanted to. So let's get our, so we'll see how much more flow we get. You're probably not going to get a whole lot more flow because this is a 15 amp engine motor. Super quiet. Wait till you hear the frickin', that one's like 90 dB or something crazy. Wait till you hear that sucker. So, you know, on the positive side, positive note, just really sad to see, you know, my favorite brands. You know, they just don't, they like, don't make this. If you don't know what you're doing, don't, and they knew what they're doing because they watched me. So just, you know, put a 4.0 nozzle with it, get rid of that junk gun, charge $1,100 for it. They're doing everything to a price point now. That's the bean counters, that's not the enthusiast. So the, you know, the bean counters have gotten in there, and the guys are probably kicking and screaming about doing this Chinese stuff. And let's see what happens if we leave a 1.1 millimeter orifice on our foam cannon. It's probably what it's going to need. That's 13.9 amps.
1.84 GPM.
Yeah, so 1.8 GPM at 1075 PSI. So yeah, I mean, you could salvage the thing. I just think you're nuts to buy this. I mean, look at that. Zoom in on that, Mike. Just zoom in on that pressure switch, and it's like straight out of China. Surprised it's not spelled, surprised it didn't spell electric wrong. Like, put an Atom sticker on there so it doesn't look like that. It's bad. Like this whole contraption right here with the filter, that they, you know, they saw the Kranzle has a filter, so then they said, well, we got to have a filter on it. They didn't have the veto power to say, you don't need a frickin', you don't need that filter. You just put a little inlet screen, and even then you don't even need to do that. Most homes here in the U.S., unless you're pulling from a well, and even then you probably have some sort of water treatment. But yeah, it's just like the switch here. You see the switch there, and they put the switch to kind of match that switch, and they, you know, but they couldn't put the gauge up top here. They put a gauge down here. The gauge on the machine is kind of dumb. You don't really need that. Same thing on the Kranzle. But yeah, the numbers are respectable. But why don't they just? Well, maybe they'll change it. Maybe they'll watch this video and change the numbers and say, you know, swap these things out for a 4.0 nozzle, which is what you would want to wash a car, and that's what these guys do. They're selling it to people to wash a car. But again, why would you buy that? You can, you know, we're going to test this one next. Buy this, you know, for less money, and you know, even if it's less output, it's going to be much more reliable. Or even better, get an AR630, hire an electrician, get a what's the AR630? 800 bucks. Yes, 725 bucks for an AR630. Does 2.3 gallons per minute, 1,000 psi, 1,100 psi, and yeah, you have to get a 20 amp circuit, but it's not that hard. Like, just call an electrician, they'll come in and put it in for you. And you just don't, you know, run it across the garage and put it, you know, your panel's usually in your garage. So don't do this. This is bad. This is really bad. I just think the longevity of this, I wonder how many returns of these they've probably already gotten. It doesn't look like it's going to hold up. But that's just me looking at it. I wish it was great, and I'd try to buy it from them wholesale and sell them, but why would you want this look anyway? This looks terrible. I mean, the Kranzle looks terrible. You know, the old Kranzle looked amazing. The only reason I'm doing the Kranzle, you're about to see, this thing's about to frickin' blow my face off. But that's 3,500 bucks. It'd be 5,500 bucks if they made it pretty. What happened was the Kranzle family, I think, got in a tiff with the family that they worked with for years in Germany that did the stainless, enclosures for them, and so they don't do them anymore. The other thing is that doesn't have a pressure switch, so I think the pressure switch would be problematic for the pump. At least that's what Kranzle has told me. They don't want to put a pressure switch on it. All right, let's swap over to the 675. Get this Adams contraption out of my sight. I think, should we try it again real quick? Yeah, let's see. You don't even know what you're doing. How are you doing reviews? I'm not doing a review. Doing a test. All right, yeah, it's got 1,200. Come on. All right, let's retest it. It's 910. Nothing worse than retesting a frickin' Sunjoe. You gotta leave that part in. On a Friday night, after eating barbecue, I'm feeling really out of shape. I don't know what to do about it. Second guessing my life choices. I just want to quit. Take a month off. This is what Sunjoe does to me. $910, yep. 12.2 amps. 1 minute. This is taking 4 minutes out of my life. Testing some Chinese knockoff crap. It's a bad day. Kranzle's gonna make it all good. Ooh, 1.8 GPM. We look like idiots. 1.8 GPM at, what did I say, 910? Not bad. Let's try 2.5. That's 1100 on a 2.5. No, wait, no. How do I have two 2.5s? 4.0. 2.0. 3.0. Boom. 1025. Now I can sell it. That's what I'm happy about. 3, 2, 1, go. .7 amps is drawing. 2 more pressure washers, 2 more. We're just gonna leave this all here and I'm going straight home. And I'll be really mad that I did that on Saturday or Sunday when I come speed wash my car and I clean up all this crap. 20 seconds, come on. So we're gonna lose a little bit of that flow. What do we got, Jeff? What do we got?
We got
Foam cannon. Oh, a lot of that flow. .1, 13 amps. So what did that do to us there?
1.35.
So when we brought that pressure up from 910, 1025, we lost 20% of our flow. But you're not gonna get anything done.
the 900 is pretty weak.
Yeah, I mean, it's doable. But I'd have to go up to a 3.5 nozzle. We gotta do it. Dang it. I gotta test the 3.5. Gosh.
Those 6 minutes of your life.
That's 1,000. That's 925. That's what you gotta do. Now we gotta get the flow. 4.0. Yeah, I don't think we want to eat up that much flow. I'd rather have a little less pressure. I'd rather not have a Sunjoe, but if I have stuck with it, there's no excuse other than you buying this one from me on the cheap that you should ever have this thing. I don't care if your aunt bought it for you, if your goddaughter got it for you, return it. Throw it away, sell it to your neighbor, do something with it, get rid of it. All right, get this thing out of my life. That's what I think about it. 1.7 GPMs. Yay. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, now this one I actually have a sincere interest in. These other ones are annoying as crap. Wasting my life.
Yeah, this is 700. It's rated at 1450 and 1.5 BPM.
That's what it's rated. Max is 2000 PSI, but that's just
I thought it said set 1.7 GPM.
the max.
Oh, well that's stupid.
Yeah, so they use the max number to advertise, but the rated is 1.5.
Yeah. This looks like a 14 millimeter fitting. Let's try to. All the AR professional stuff is normally 14. I give you this, it's kind of stupid. You're gonna swap this out for sure. Because it's got a Vario nozzle on it, which is not what you want for any kind of car washing. Let's put my gauge on here. Give me some waters. Let's hope there's no leaks. Where's the power switch? Ooh, real quiet. That's a freaking pressure switch. I've got 1475.
13.6 amps.
Okay.
1475.
Yeah, 1475 at 13.6 amps. Reset. Whoa.
Pretty quiet too.
Yeah.
The DB rating was higher, and it's probably that one up. There's 71.5 dB.
71 dB. I think our dB rating is flawed. I think. Yeah, this is really pleasant sounding. I don't have to yell. Most of the sound of your pressure washer is the darn thing coming out of the nozzle anyway. I'm wasting flow. Get in there. Oh, shoot.
Does 3 GPM?
So, no, it was like 2 seconds over. But I've been really accurate to this point. I don't want to do it again. I'm already having to pay overtime for this test. I want to know. I want to know.
14.77.
1.44.
Yeah, 1.44 GPM. So it's really 1.42. Take 200ths away from it because I gave it 2 extra seconds. So unless we can get something more out of this, I don't think this is going to be a very good option.
I mean, it's 1470.
Yeah, we're about to find out. Okay, so here's the 3.0. Yeah, that's too much. It's going to be a 4.0, I bet. 3.4, that's 4.5. 3.5. Let's see. That's 1050. Let's just see if I go up to 4.0, what happens. That's a 2.0. That's a 3.0. Where'd my 4.0 go? Yeah, now we're down to 890. So we don't want that. 4.0. What was I at? 3.5? 3.5. $10.50. Making some weird noises. That doesn't sound good.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. That's not a good. So the question like this, is this like a comet? Is this a comet killer? This is a comet killer. That should be the title. I definitely like how it looks.
It's quieter and probably more easily serviceable.
It looks like we can take off that goofy power cord holder. That'd be nice. Okay, how much was this thing again?
700.
$700. See what?
5.9.
1.59. Yeah, so it's a 1622 basically. What is my 1622 spec? One-
That does a little bit less.
Yeah, so a 1622 is 1.61 at 1,000.
Basically the same.
Yeah, with the same 3.5 nozzle. And this is 700, and the Kranzle is 9 something,
More. 990.
990, so $290 more.
Is that more?
Yeah, 1.1 millimeter at 13.2 amps. So I'd run the 1.1 on this.
Probably is by now.
1622 is 1145 now.
Yeah, 1622 is 1145, so that's $400 more. Because the 1622 will run on a yeah, isn't a 1322 is less than that, isn't it?
Yeah. 1322, yeah. Is right.
Yeah, so you buy a 1322. Always buy a 1322 over a 1622. I don't care if you got to run conduit across your room, run a darn 20 amp circuit and get a better result. Same thing with this. I'd much rather have a 630. The 630 has better output than the Kranzle. I like this though. We'll talk to Sumit. Sumit's the he's the brains behind this. I'm gonna get him on the podcast soon and talk about what are those sprayers we have? Miralex sprayers. Let's show how much I like those. And then the AR idea here. All right, let's do a quick Kranzle test and let's get out of here. We can't test the amperage of the Kranzle, but it's gonna be drawing 20 something amps.
This is what we've been waiting for, though.
Yeah.
Make it all work.
It's gonna be sad when it does like 1.3 GPM.
1.3 at 3000.
So what is my Kranzle rated at? It's 3.3 GPM at 2,000 PSI or something like that.
3.3, 2400 PSI.
The weight of it is like 150 pounds.
187.
187 pounds. Shoot. All right. But this is my machine going in my garage. You can't buy this from me. If you want one, I'll get you a new one.
3687 right now.
3687 for this puppy. It better be good. Hey, let me have the stock gun. Let's do that.
You're ready for that?
Yeah. Yeah, this is made for cleaning floors and ceilings and stuff.
25 is what comes up with.
So this is what comes with it. Stupid. I don't even know how that works. Look at that.
Broken in on that.
Yeah, I mean, this is made for cleaning like meat packing plants and stuff. I don't know if we have a big enough circuit to run this, but we're gonna try it. I have on my FIAC circuit. If it's a 20 amp, I hope it's not a 20 amp. I think it is. I need to move it over. I don't have enough slack, do I? I'm getting it all wet. I'm trying to get a rating. $2,100. Jeff, you're gonna have to hold on to the bucket. Watch your eyes. It's not, I'm not dramatic. I'm being like the Tesla douche, you know, like you get fake thrown into the seat. I was just trying to hold it with one hand. Yeah. It's actually quieter than, way quieter than my old one. But that's all. This is, yeah, this is way quieter than the, so this is a 20 millimeter pump. Mine was an 18 millimeter pump.
So on bypass, it's right around 58 dB.
Yeah, so 58 dB right now. This is great. I haven't heard one of these in a long time. Ready? 3. Hold the end of that. Hold like that. There, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Put your hand over it. There you go. This is when you're dealing with like real pressure and flow. It's just a lot more water. What's the dB now? What's the 77 dB. So, you know, you're 2.5 times louder than some of the other pressure washers. Ten seconds. Don't waste that water. Dump that water in there. I want this to look good. This is my pressure washer. Holy crap.
There's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
Does it tell us what the stock orifice is, man?
Let's see. 4.5.
Oh. 29.23.
3.17.
3.17 GPM. Yeah, buddy.
With a 4.5 nozzle.
Yeah.
It's gonna do some, might fill the bucket.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a second bucket out. Wait, did it turn off?
Yeah, 30-second time delay.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, so no pressure switch is a 30-second timer. I forgot about that, which stinks. I want a pressure switch on it. Yeah, how are we gonna do this test? Let me just, I'm gonna get the water out here. Okay.
Yeah, just did over 3 GPM at 2100 PSI.
Notice I'm not throwing my Kranzle stuff. You're biased. Yeah, I'm biased to not deal with junk. So I don't know. Did you get me a 7.0?
OG spec, yes. Yeah, that's your 7.0.
All right, let's try 7.0 and see what we get here. Is this the biggest we got?
Biggest nozzle, yes.
Did we blow it?
No, I turned it off. Yeah, it's 1200 PSI. I don't think I want to go. Do we have bigger in these?
No. Biggest is 6.5.
7.0 is the biggest nozzle, so you probably could run a 7.5, but we're trying to bottle up so much flow. What's the amp? Oh, we're not drawing amperage. All right, Jeff, you ready?
Oh boy.
Make sure you block the hole.
Scavenge. We might have something
3, 2, 1, go. Sounds quieter. Oh, you want me to get that monies? Yeah, give it to me. Oh, let me finish this. I'm waiting for it to start shooting out the top. 20 seconds. This is fun. Now this makes me happy. The Sunjoe steals my life. I always need to do a Kranzle after a Sunjoe. That'll keep me balanced. 10 seconds. Okay. That doesn't, actually looks like less, doesn't it?
Yeah. Feels like it.
No, a little more, not much.
30.51.
3.33.
3.33 gallons per minute. So 7.0 nozzle, so 1200 PSI, 3.3 gallons per minute. I mean, that's car washing perfection, bros. Look at that. That's legit. I won't even, oh, they must coat it. Look at that. Look at that bead in it. Got some graphene on there. Comes shipped with graphene. Look, you won't even damage the paint on the cheap Chinese stuff. Perfect. That's a wrap for us today, people. I'm excited now. I can't wait to get my Kranzle set up. Yeah, that's no joke. But that's what you get. I mean, there's diminishing returns. I mean, in order to get big numbers like this, one, you need a dedicated, you know, the 240 volt circuit. And, you know, we're drawing, you know, somewhere around 20 amps doing that. And what we want to do with foam cannons real quick, make some serious foam. Definitely can't do a 1.1 millimeter orifice. You'll frickin' blow a hole right through this thing. You probably need a 1.5. So we'll have Mike, when Mike gets here, we'll have him devise a test to help us figure out how we can, you know, we'll cut a line so we can get a test on this to see what happens with because we might need a 1.5 millimeter orifice on this. Add some foam, Rose. That's good. I love that. It just doesn't look very good. We're gonna try to make it look good. Make it, you know, it's real industrial looking. Maybe we'll build some sort of enclosure for it or something like that in the future, where we'll build our own stainless shroud. So that way, when we do these in these sophisticated garages, big garages. But yeah, KWS700. Awesome. See you soon. Thanks for watching. The spreadsheet will be updated in the next month or so be patient. We aren't updating the spreadsheet in real time, are we? What are we doing? Is the old spreadsheet still on the site? Okay, okay. So give us a little time, give us a month or so, but we'll get all this up to date. We've got 13 more Sunjoes to do and like 9 or 10 ARs to do. So see you on the next episode.